In the hush that fills the world without electricity, you find yourself stepping into a small village at twilight. The sky is painted in fading hues of amber and deep indigo, the last threads of daylight slipping beyond the horizon. A warm breeze stirs the leaves overhead, and the air carries the scent of earth and wood smoke. As you walk, your footfalls stir the dust of a winding path. Each step is slow, connected, grounded. Our story begins at the edge of a clearing, where a humble cottage sits under the boughs of ancient trees. Smoke curls from a low stone chimney, and inside, a fire glows, casting dancing shadows through the windows. The warm light spills onto the path, a beacon in the gathering dusk. You pause to hear the crackle of the hearth, the gentle hiss of embers as they release their last warmth, and the soft sigh of wood settling in the flame. Inside, the cottage is simple and calm, wooden beams, a woven rug, clay floor, and shelves bearing jars of dried herbs and grain. The soft glow of the hearth fills the room, and you settle onto a low stool or cushion near the fire. The air is cool but comfortable, warmed by the hearth's embrace. Outside, the wind sighs through reeds, and somewhere in the distance, an owl calls, softly, distant and gentle. Now, imagine darkness spreading beyond the windows. Without electricity, night arrives quietly, fully, enveloping the world in velvet darkness, punctuated only by starlight and firelight. The stars are brilliant tiny pinpricks in an immense dark sky. The moon, when it climbs, casts soft silver light across silent fields and gentle hills. In this world, the night is more vivid, more alive. But in this quiet world also come certain nightmares, not of monsters, but of silence too deep, of shadows that gather, and of the longing for light's ease. In the stillness, small fears bloom. The distant rustle in the trees, the unknown beyond the flickering flame, the ache of isolation when darkness lasts for hours. Inhabit this fear gently, but do not resist it. Observe it with calm awareness, knowing you are safe here, held by the fire, by the story, by your own breathing. Breathe in slowly now, in and out. Let your shoulders drop, your limbs become heavy, your mind soften. You are here with me, you are safe. The night is long, but you need not be afraid. Let us continue. As the fire warms your skin and the shadows stretch along the wooden walls, you feel the absence of electricity more deeply. No hum of wires, no sudden flickers of bulbs, no gentle vibration of distant machines. Yet the silence is whole, wrapping itself around you like a heavy blanket. At first it feels comforting, soft, natural, a return to something ancient. But as the night deepens, you begin to sense the other side of this world. Beyond the cottage walls, the land is utterly dark. Trees sway and their movements sound louder without the background hum of modern life. A branch cracks somewhere in the forest, and the noise echoes sharply, magnified in the still air. The shadows outside are impenetrable. Even the moonlight does not fully pierce the canopy. Without the ease of a switch, without lamps or lanterns ready at hand, you are reminded of how precious fire is. The hearth's flame is your anchor, your protector, your only connection to light. The villagers, too, feel this nightly rhythm. At sundown, they gather in their homes, huddling close to the glow of fires, telling stories to chase away the darkness. Their voices rise and fall, weaving tales of ancestors, myths of gods, and warnings carried from generation to generation. The absence of electricity binds them together. Where there is no screen, there is human voice. Where there is no bulb, there is fire. Where there is no clock, there is the rhythm of stars. You imagine them children nestled close to their parents, eyes wide as shadows dance across the walls, elders speaking in calm, deliberate tones, voices softened by the years, yet firm with the weight of memory. Each word is clear in the still air, traveling further than it would in a noisy world. Every story holds more power because it lives in the silence. And yet when the voices fade, when the fire dies low, the silence returns heavier than before. The nightmare of this world is not a monster lurking, but the vastness of quiet. It's the endless stretch of night, unbroken by the reassuring glow of modern light. Even the stars, so brilliant above, seem impossibly far away, untouchable and cold. But as you sit within this story, I remind you, you are safe. This tale is not meant to frighten, but to guide you deeper into the gentle rhythms of sleep. The darkness may seem endless, but your breath is steady, your body warm, your mind free to drift into calm. Listen now. To the crackle of the hearth, the whisper of wind outside, the soft rhythm of your own heart. Notice how, with each breath, the darkness around you changes. It is no longer a force pressing in, but rather a vast ocean of calm, waiting to carry you gently through the night. Without electricity, time itself feels different. Hours are not measured by glowing digits on a screen or the steady tick of a clock. Instead, they are marked by the slow dimming of the fire, the gradual sweep of stars overhead, and the cool touch of night air as it drifts through a window left ajar. Our story today begins here, in this quiet village, where life is woven from simplicity and necessity. The people rise with the sun and rest with the moon. They till the earth, gather water, and cherish each flame they create. To them, fire is not a luxury, but a miracle, fragile, precious, and deeply alive. Without it, the night would swallow everything. See, in this world, the absence of electricity is not merely an inconvenience, it is a mirror that reflects human vulnerability. Imagine yourself stepping outside, barefoot on the cool soil. The path is invisible, hidden by shadows. Each step is cautious, guided only by memory and intuition. You cannot rely on lamps or streetlights. The stars above are your map, the moon your guardian. And yet within this uncertainty, there is something profoundly peaceful. The body slows, the mind sharpens, the spirit feels more connected to the rhythm of the earth. Still, the villagers whisper of the nightmares that come in the darkest hours. Without light, imagination takes hold. Shapes in the shadows become spirits. The hoot of an owl sounds like a warning. The rustle of leaves feels like footsteps following close behind. In the heavy silence, even your own heartbeat becomes a companion and a reminder that you are never truly alone. But let us soften this thought gently. For just as fear grows in darkness, so too does wonder. In a world without electricity, the stars appear brighter than you have ever known. The Milky Way stretches like a river of silver, flowing endlessly across the heavens. Each constellation tells a story, and each story whispers to you, as though it were written just for this moment. And so, as you lie back, letting the night embrace you, remember, the darkness does not come to harm you. It comes to remind you of stillness, of awe, of the quiet power of being. Your breath slows, your body relaxes, story drifts deeper. Breathe deeply now, and let your body sink even further into comfort. With each breath, imagine the soft glow of the fire fading lower and lower, until only gentle embers remain. Their faint orange light flickers quietly, warming the wood and the air around you. Outside, the night has settled fully, a thick velvet curtain spread across the sky. In this world without electricity, such darkness is complete. There are no distant towns glowing faintly on the horizon, no airplanes crossing overhead, no hum of neon lights, only stars, only silence. The people of this place have learned to live with that silence, to shape their days by the rhythm of natural light. At dawn, they rise with the birds. At dusk, they gather around fires. Their nights are filled with stories and stillness. And yet there is a haunting beauty to the way they dream. Because in the dark, the mind does not simply rest, it creates. Imagine lying on a straw mat, the crackling of fire barely audible as sleep begins to pull you under. Without the glow of a lamp, your eyes remain closed longer, your imagination sharper. Shadows on the wall become rivers flowing, mountains rising, animals moving. The world of dreams feels closer, blending with the waking world. Because nothing interrupts it, no screen, no buzz, no distraction. But in this quiet, there are also nightmares. Not nightmares of monsters or sudden frights, but of emptiness, vast, endless emptiness. A dream of wandering through a forest so dark that you cannot see your own hands. A dream of searching for light and finding only more shadow. These dreams echo the reality of life here. A reminder that without fire, without connection, without warmth, the night could feel infinite and cold. And yet, even in those dreams, there is a strange comfort. Because when you awaken, you realize that the silence is not endless, that the darkness is not absolute. The fire can be rekindled. the stars will always shine. And the gentle rhythm of your breath continues, steady and sure, guiding you back to calm. So, allow yourself now to imagine this world not as something frightening, but as something soothing. Picture the quiet village, the firelight, the star-filled sky above. Let yourself drift with it, gently, like a leaf carried on a river. There is no rush, no noise, no electricity, only stillness and peace in the soft unfolding of the night. Now, as you drift deeper into this story, let your breath guide you. Inhale slowly, and exhale even more slowly, letting go of tension. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of the village, where the fields stretch outward into the dark. Without electricity, the land feels endless. The horizon melts into shadow, and the only sound is the rustle of grass moving with the night breeze. In this world, every sound carries meaning. A frog's low croak near the river tells you water is close. The whisper of leaves above reminds you that trees keep watch over the earth. It's a distant call of a night bird echoes, reminding you that even in silence, life is awake. Without the interference of machines, the natural symphony of the night becomes your music, a steady rhythm to calm the mind. You walk slowly, barefoot, feeling the cool soil beneath your feet. The earth is soft and grounding, anchoring you with every step. There are no streetlights to guide you, but the moon casts her gentle silver glow across the fields. She does not light the way fully, but enough for you to sense the shapes of the land, the curves of the hills, the silhouettes of trees. You feel both small and safe, like a traveler held in the arms of the night. The villagers, too, know this feeling well. They speak of the night as though it were alive. Some say the darkness itself is a blanket, wrapping the earth in rest. Others believe it is a teacher, showing them how to trust their senses, how to listen more closely, how to respect the silence. And always, there is the reminder that fire, the single flame of a torch or candle, is a treasure beyond measure. But when the fire dies too soon, when the night grows heavier, that is when the true nightmares emerge. They speak of children waking suddenly, crying out at the blackness that surrounds them, of wanderers lost in the woods, unable to find their way home without a guiding light, of fears that grow larger in the dark than they ever could in the day. Still, let us remember, this story is not here to frighten you. It is here to soothe you, to let you taste the quiet of a world without electricity, to show you how, even in fear, there can be stillness. And as you listen, your own heart begins to soften, your breath grows slower, and your body feels heavier, ready for the deep rest that waits. Picture yourself now inside one of the village homes. The walls are made of wood and stone, strong enough to keep out the wind, but humble in their simplicity. The air smells faintly of smoke from the fire and of herbs hanging to dry near the rafters. Without electricity, every corner of the room is dark, except for where the flames reach. The firelight flickers against the walls, creating soft patterns that sway and shift like dancers moving in silence. You settle onto a woven mat. Around you, the family gathers quietly. There's no television buzzing, no lamps humming, no glow of phones in their hands. Instead, there is only the sound of breathing, of a gentle cough, of fabric rustling as someone adjusts their seat. It is so quiet that you can hear the steady crackle of the logs, the tiny hiss as sap inside the wood burns away. The elder of the family begins to speak. Their voice is low and slow, carrying weight and comfort at the same time. The story they tell is old, passed down through countless nights, just like this one. It is a tale of gods who brought fire to humankind, of stars that watch over the earth, of spirits that roam when the dark grows too deep. Each word drifts into the air like a thread of smoke, curling upward, softening your mind as you listen. The children lean closer, their eyes wide, not from fear, but from wonder. The absence of electricity makes every word, every pause, every silence more powerful. Where there are no distractions, the imagination blooms. And you, listening from your place near the fire, feel yourself slipping deeper into this rhythm of voice and flame, silence and breath. The nightmare of this world is not that it is empty, but that it is so full of shadows that the mind begins to paint its own pictures. Yet in those pictures lies beauty. The shadow of a branch becomes the figure of a dancer. The glow of a coal becomes the eye of a guardian spirit. The night is alive, but it is not cruel. It is simply vast, and in its vastness, your mind learns to wander, to dream. So as the elder's voice fades, and the family drifts into stillness, you too allow your body to soften. The flames dim, the silence grows deeper, and your heart, calm and steady, guides you gently toward rest. The fire lowers now, down to glowing embers. Their soft light pulses gently, as though breathing with you, steady and calm. The warmth still lingers, wrapping the room in a cocoon of safety. Outside, the wind brushes against the wooden walls like a gentle hand. The world is dark, yet inside this place, you are held, you are safe. Imagine lying back, your head resting against a simple pillow filled with straw. There is no hum of electric fans, no faint buzz of appliances, only the natural rhythm of night. You can hear the faint chirp of crickets, the distant call of an owl, and the rustling of leaves as a breeze drifts through the trees. Each sound feels clear, unmasked, as though the earth itself is whispering just for you. The people here, in this world without electricity, have grown attuned to these sounds. They know the difference between the bark of a fox and the call of a night bird. They know the rhythm of the river, how it sings differently when the waters are high or when the stones are exposed. Each sound is part of a map, guiding them through the hours of night. But when sleep is slow to come, when the fire burns too low and shadows stretch further, the imagination awakens. Nightmares rise from silence. You may dream of wandering through endless forests, unable to find your way. You may dream of calling out, only to hear your voice swallowed by darkness. These dreams are born from the depth of shadow, where no lamps shine, where no lights glow. And yet listen closer, these dreams are not here to harm you. They arrive to remind you of the strength within you, the calm you carry, the way you can find your own light, even when none is given. As you breathe in slowly and breathe out fully, you realize that you, too, are like the flame, small, perhaps, but enough to hold back the dark. The villagers tell themselves this each night. They speak softly to their children, promising that morning always returns, that light never abandons them. And you too may carry that promise now. Even as the night deepens, even as dreams stir and shadows move, your breath remains steady, your heart remains calm, your body remains at peace. The darkness is vast, but you are safe within it. The night is long, but it carries you gently, step by step, into the arms of sleep. Let yourself sink deeper now, into this quiet world. The embers in the hearth glow faintly, each one a tiny island of warmth in the sea of night. Slowly they dim, one after another, like stars slipping below the horizon. The room becomes darker, softer, and the silence grows even more complete. Without electricity, without a clock's ticking or a lamp's glow, the hours blur. Time becomes less of a number and more of a feeling, a slow, steady drift through the night. You lie there, listening. Outside, the earth breathes. The trees whisper as the wind moves through their leaves. A distant stream trickles, its water catching what little moonlight reaches it. Far off, perhaps, a wolf calls to the night sky, its voice stretching like a ribbon through the valley. Each sound is sharper in the stillness, not frightening, but alive. It's reminding you that you are part of a greater world that does not sleep. The villagers dream now, each in their own space. Some dream of harvests to come, their minds filled with golden fields and baskets of fruit. Others dream of journeys through the stars, of ancestors walking beside them, carrying torches that light the way. But there are those who dream of the darker side of night, the nightmares born from a world without light. They dream of being lost, of endless wandering, of shadows that never part. Yet as they stir and turn in their sleep, the rhythm of the night continues. The earth does not rush, the stars do not falter. Morning always waits at the edge of shadow, ready to return. And so, even their nightmares soften, becoming lessons rather than fears, whispers rather than shouts. Now, in this moment, imagine yourself beneath the stars. The sky is open, vast, painted with countless points of light. Without electricity, the heavens reveal themselves more fully than you've ever seen. The Milky Way spills across the sky like silver dust, and you feel small beneath it, yet deeply connected. There is no artificial glow to dim this beauty, no distractions to draw your eyes away. Only the universe, infinite and quiet, offering itself to you. And as you gaze upward, your breath slows. Your body grows heavier, sinking into rest. The vastness of the sky does not overwhelm, it soothes, reminding you that you, too, are part of something endless, something calm, something at peace. The stars above shimmer like lanterns placed carefully by unseen hands. Each one hums with silent energy, guiding travelers, blessing dreamers, and reminding you that the night is never truly empty. In a world without electricity, the heavens are the people's map, their calendar, their quiet companion. They know which stars rise in spring, which fall in winter, and how the patterns above echo the cycles of life below. You imagine lying on a woven blanket in the fields outside the village. The earth beneath you is cool, grounding. The scent of soil and grass fills the air, mingling with the faint smoke of fires still burning in the distance. Above, the constellations stretch endlessly. Some appear like animals, guardians of the night. Others seem like rivers of light, flowing from one horizon to the other. With no glow of cities, no glare of street lamps, the sky feels closer, as if you could reach out your hand and touch it. The villagers tell stories about these constellations. They say the stars are windows into the spirits of the past, that their ancestors watch from above, holding torches that will never fade. On nights when the silence grows heavy, they look upward for comfort, finding hope in the brilliance of the heavens. Children learn the stories young, tracing shapes with their fingers, memorizing the way the skies shift. But even here, beneath the stars, nightmares creep in. The vastness can be overwhelming. The silence can feel endless. Dreams may bring visions of being swallowed by that infinity, floating endlessly through the dark with no fire to warm you, no ground to hold you. These are the fears born in a world without electricity, the fear not of monsters, but of emptiness, of shadow, of the unknown stretching too far. And yet listen to your breath, in and out. Slow, steady. The stars above remind you that the unknown is not only emptiness, but possibility. That what feels endless can also feel eternal. That the same dark sky which frightens also comforts, holding you gently in its silence. As you breathe beneath the stars, your body grows heavier, your mind softer. The world slows like a lullaby sung by the universe itself. Night stretches around you, but instead of fearing it, you allow it to cradle you, to carry you further into rest. The night deepens now, and the air cools. A gentle mist rises from the ground, curling around the grass and drifting like smoke across the fields. It softens the world, blurring edges, making every tree and hill seem dreamlike. Without electricity, this mist is not pushed away by lamps or scattered by streetlights. It lingers, mysterious and serene, turning the village into something half real, half remembered. Inside the homes, the people sleep. Their dreams weave together with the silence, carried like whispers on the night breeze. Some stir, turning softly on their mats, baby sighs, then falls back into quiet rest. The night is not silent because it is empty, but because it is listening to every breath, every heartbeat, every gentle shift of the body. You imagine yourself lying there, within this listening silence. The crackle of the fire has gone, leaving only the faintest glow in the hearth. Shadows wrap the room, deep and soft, like layers of velvet. Your eyelids grow heavy, but your mind drifts on the edge of wakefulness, carried gently by the rhythm of breath and silence. In this world without electricity, sleep itself feels different. It arrives not with the push of a button, not with the sudden darkness of a switch, but slowly, gradually, as if the night itself carries you deeper. It feels natural, ancient, like the body is returning to something it always knew. But with that depth of sleep come the darker dreams, the ones whispered about by the villagers. They speak of wandering endlessly through forests, of searching for fire and finding only shadow. They dream of nights that stretch so long they seem eternal, yet when they wake, they smile softly, because even nightmares carry messages. They remind them of the value of light, of warmth, of togetherness. And so each morning, when the first pale rays of dawn break the horizon, the people rejoice. They greet the sun with gratitude, for it is the only true light they can rely on. They rise not to alarms, but to birdsong, to the soft glow spreading across the sky. And in that moment, the nightmares dissolve, carried away by the warmth of day. Now, as you rest within this story, imagine that dawn waiting for you too. The night may feel endless, but morning always comes. Your body knows this truth, your breath knows this rhythm, and your heart, steady and calm, guides you there. The night lingers, but already there is a subtle shift in the air. You cannot see it yet, but you can feel it, the slow promise of dawn, the faint stirring of birds before they sing. In a world without electricity, such changes are noticed, treasured. Every shift in light and sound holds meaning, and the villagers wake and rest according to these natural rhythms. You imagine lying in the dim quiet, your body heavy with rest. Around you, the house is still. You hear only the faint breathing of those nearby and the creak of wooden beams as the cool night air presses gently against the walls. There is no clock glowing, no hum of machines, no interruptions. Only silence, vast and deep, carrying you further inward. Nightmares often bloom in this silence, as the villagers know. The mind paints its own pictures when there is no light to guide it. Some dream of walking endlessly through the mist, searching for fire that never appears. Others imagine voices in the dark, calling softly, but never revealing themselves. The silence allows these fears to grow, yet the silence also holds the answer. It is not here to harm, but to remind. To remind each dreamer of their own strength, their own ability to face the dark with calm. The children are told, night is only the earth's way of resting. Just as we rest, the elders remind them that every shadow is part of the cycle, that without night there could be no morning. And slowly, even the young ones learn to see comfort in the stillness. They learn to close their eyes and let the rhythm of the world soothe them. And so as you listen now, you too begin to feel that same rhythm. The air is cool, wrapping you like a blanket. The silence hums softly, almost like a lullaby. Each breath you take feels slower, deeper, more restful. Your body becomes heavier, sinking, supported by the earth beneath you. The world without electricity may seem filled with nightmares, yet it is also filled with something else, an ancient calm. A calm that hums through the soil, that glimmers in the stars, that whispers through the trees. That calm is here with you now, guiding you gently toward rest. Close your eyes now and imagine the village resting beneath the dark sky. Every house is quiet, every fire is burned low, and the stars above watch silently. The night is heavy, yet it carries a kind of comfort. Without electricity, without glowing lamps or humming wires, the silence feels pure, untouched. It is as if the world has returned to its first form, simple and whole. The villagers, wrapped in blankets of wool and straw, dream in their quiet rooms. Some dream of walking through endless fields under starlight. Others dream of ancestors appearing, carrying flames that flickered gently in the wind. And some, of course, dream of darker things, of forests so deep that even the moon cannot find its way inside. Of rivers that vanish into shadow. These are the nightmares of a world without light. But when they wake, they do not fear. They have learned that nightmares are simply echoes of the night's silence. They are not warnings, but reminders to cherish fire, to honor the stars, to find comfort in togetherness. For even when darkness is vast, it is always shared. Imagine yourself there among them. You sit by a window, looking out at the fields. The world outside is a canvas of black and silver, painted by moonlight and stars. The shapes are unclear, yet they are soothing. You breathe slowly, feeling the cool night air fill your lungs, then release, long and soft, letting your body sink further into calm. The silence of this place is not empty, it is full of hidden music. The soft rustle of leaves, the faint chirp of crickets, the low sigh of the wind through grass. You begin to hear it like a lullaby, a natural song older than memory, older than words. And with each note, your thoughts grow quieter, your body heavier, your spirit calmer. The villagers know this lullaby well. They live by it, rise with it, sleep with it. They tell their children that the silence of night is a gift, that it holds them close, teaching them to rest. And so, night after night, they surrender to it, and to the peace it brings. Now, as you listen, let that same silence hold you. Let the darkness become a blanket, the stars a gentle light, and your breath the rhythm that carries you deeper, deeper into rest. Our story drifts onward, carried by the hush of the night. Imagine now, the villagers gathered on the following evening, not in fear of the dark, but in reverence for it. They light a single fire in the square, a fire whose glow dances across their faces, warm and alive. No wires hum, no lamps buzz, only flame and laughter and soft voices. They tell stories here, under the dark sky. Stories of the past, when great storms swept away crops and how they survived. Stories of animals that roamed the forests, their eyes glinting like sparks in the night. And stories of the stars, how each one is a lantern hung by the ancestors to guide the living home. The fire crackles, sending sparks upward like tiny constellations being born. Someone plays a wooden flute, slow and mournful, the notes floating through the cool air like mist. A child curls up beside their parent, eyes heavy, lulled not by screens or artificial lights, but by the natural rhythm of voices and sound. Imagine yourself sitting at the edge of this circle, as the warmth of the fire brushes your skin, while the coolness of the night lingers at your back. You breathe deeply, the smell of wood smoke wrapping around you, ancient and grounding. You feel a sense of belonging, as if this story, this moment, was always meant for you. The villagers understand something modern hearts often forget, that the dark does not have to be feared. It is not a void, but a canvas. Upon it, the mind can paint dreams, visions, and quiet imaginings. Upon it, the soul can rest, free from the overstimulation of glowing lights and restless noise. As you listen, let this idea soften you. Let your own mind begin to paint on the canvas of the dark. Perhaps you see a quiet forest bathed in moonlight. Perhaps you see a gentle river reflecting stars. Perhaps you see nothing at all, only the sweet comfort of stillness. Whatever comes, it is yours. It is safe. It is soothing. Now, the flute fades into silence, and the villagers lean back, watching the sky. The fire burns low, the sparks fade. The children drift into slumber, and soon the adults follow. The square empties, one by one, until only the last ember glows. The village returns to darkness, but not loneliness. For the stars above and the earth below keep their eternal watch. And so, the night continues. Our story continues, carried gently by the rhythm of breath and the calmness of the night. As the village sleeps, the world without electricity seems to deepen into a dream of its own. The silence is not empty, it is filled with layers of sound that awaken only when the machines are quiet. A distant owl calls from the treetops, its hoot echoing softly between hills. Insects hum a lullaby, their tiny voices weaving into a chorus. The rustle of leaves whispers with each passing breeze. You begin to notice how alive the darkness truly is. Each sound, each shift of air, feels like a presence, a companion that cradles you into calmness. Imagine yourself lying in a hammock strung between two trees, rocking gently, your body melting into relaxation. Above you, the stars spill endlessly, rivers of silver scattered across the sky. Without the glow of electric lights, every star shines brighter, bolder, nearer. It feels as though you could reach up and gather them like fireflies in your hands. And as you gaze upward, the stories continue not from villagers now, but from the heavens themselves. You imagine ancient shapes in the constellations, a jaguar leaping, a serpent winding through the sky, a woman carrying a bowl of water to nourish the earth. The night becomes a book, and each star a word, waiting for you to read it. Your body feels heavy now, yet comfortable, as if sinking into the earth's embrace. Your breathing slows, deep and even, carrying you further into peace. The thought of a world without electricity no longer feels like a nightmare, but a return to something sacred, something natural. It feels like stepping into the rhythm of life itself, unhurried, timeless. Close your eyes, if they are not already closed. Hear the gentle crackle of the last fire dying down, the sigh of the wind weaving through the trees. Feel the softness of the ground beneath you, holding you steady. Let yourself imagine drifting further, deeper, as though the hammock beneath you is swinging you not just into rest, but into a dream beyond dreams. And in this dream, you are not alone. The stars, the earth, the night, they are all here, watching, comforting, guiding. You are safe, you are calm, you are home. The darkness folds around you like a blanket, and the world without electricity whispers its secrets to you, softly, endlessly. The dream deepens now, And as you drift further into this world without electricity, the landscape shifts once more. Imagine a river winding through the valley, its waters gleaming with moonlight. No lamps or neon signs reflect upon its surface, only the pure silver glow of the sky above. The water moves slowly, carrying ripples that glisten like liquid stars. On its banks, tall reeds sway gently, whispering secrets to the night air. You hear the gentle splash of a fish breaking the surface, the distant croak of frogs hidden among the grasses. The world feels alive, yet hushed, as though all creatures honor the sanctity of the darkness. It is a rhythm, ancient and tender, inviting you to become part of it. Picture yourself walking barefoot along the riverbank. The soil is cool beneath your feet, grounding you with every step. The air is fresh, carrying the scent of water and earth. Overhead, fireflies drift lazily, tiny lanterns that flicker and fade.
Ow.
Their glow is soft, not blinding, guiding your way without disturbing the night. You pause, kneeling at the water's edge. The surface mirrors your face, softened by starlight. But in that reflection, you also see something more, something older, timeless. It is as if the river remembers all who have stood here before, each soul who gazed into its depths without the distraction of artificial light. You are connected to them, across centuries, through the simple act of being present in the dark. The water soothes you, its flow steady and sure. As you dip your hand into it, the coolness runs across your skin, sending a shiver of life through you. You let it go, watching the ripples expand, each one vanishing back into stillness. Just as your thoughts, your worries, your restless energy all dissolve into calm when released into the night. Now, as you sit at the riverbank, the stars shimmer above, the reeds sway around you, and the world feels infinite, yet intimate. The absence of electricity is no longer a void, but a gift, a return to harmony, a gentle slowing of time. You close your eyes, and the river's song becomes a lullaby. Its flow is steady, eternal, carrying you gently toward the shore of sleep. And as your body sinks deeper into stillness, your mind floats lightly, like a leaf carried along the current. Safe, serene, endlessly at peace. The current of the story carries you further still, deeper into this night without electricity. As you drift by the river in your imagination, you notice a village on the opposite bank. It is quiet, nestled among trees, its homes built from wood and stone. No electric lights glow in its windows. Instead, soft lanterns and torches flicker faintly, their warmth spilling into the dark like tiny beacons. The entire village seems to breathe in rhythm with the night, slow and calm, unhurried. The people there live differently, in harmony with the rising and setting of the sun. When daylight fades, they do not resist it with glowing bulbs and endless screens. Instead, they embrace the dark, letting it guide them into rest. Imagine the gentle clatter of wooden bowls being cleaned after supper, the quiet murmur of families gathering close. A baby's soft cry is soothed not by machines, but by the gentle hum of a lullaby, carried on a mother's voice. You watch as a father tends the last flames of a fire outside, poking at the embers until they glow low and steady. The warmth radiates outward, touching the cool night air. A group of children chase fireflies near the edge of the trees, their laughter echoing like wind chimes, innocent and free. With no televisions, no buzzing screens, their joy is simple, found in the wonder of nature's small lights. Now picture yourself walking into this village. The earth beneath your feet is uneven but soft, carrying the footprints of those who came before. The smell of wood smoke greets you, mingled with herbs drying from the rafters. You hear the low hum of voices, welcoming and kind. Someone offers you a place by the fire, a seat on a woven mat, and a cup of warm, fragrant tea brewed from local leaves. As you sip, the warmth spreads through your body, soothing, grounding. You feel the sense of belonging deepen. Around you, the villagers begin to quiet. One by one, they slip into their homes, guided by lanterns that glow like stars fallen to earth. The doors close softly. Silence settles again, deep and protective. We're left beneath the vast sky, where darkness reigns, not as an enemy, but as a gentle guardian. In this world without electricity, there is no rush, no restless glare, only the natural rhythm of day and night, work and rest, life and stillness. The village sleeps, and you too are invited to drift into dreams. The stillness of the village lingers, and as you remain by the quiet fire, the night begins to weave itself into your senses. The absence of electricity reveals the presence of subtler things often hidden beneath the hum of machines. You hear your own breath, slow and steady, flowing like the tide. You hear your heartbeat, soft and reassuring, a drum echoing from within. These rhythms remind you that you, too, are part of the natural world, tuned to the same cycles as the trees, the rivers, the stars above. The fire before you has nearly burned down to ash, but the embers glow with a steady light, pulsing like the heart of the earth. You watch them flicker, sparks rising and fading into the night sky. It feels hypnotic, as though the fire is whispering in a language too old for words, a language that speaks only to the soul. Now, imagine yourself leaning back against a smooth log, your body supported and at ease. The ground beneath you is firm yet comforting, the air cool upon your skin. The stars overhead remain brilliant, scattered across the heavens in patterns both familiar and strange. Without the haze of artificial light, they reveal themselves fully, infinite, and eternal. You begin to notice how the night itself cradles you. Every sound, every flicker of light, every breath of wind feels as though it is guiding you gently inward, deeper into calm. You imagine that the sky itself is a blanket, vast and soft, wrapping around you to keep you safe. In the distance, a wolf howls along, mournful call that drifts through the valley. Instead of fear, you feel awe. The sound belongs to the world as much as the river and the stars, a reminder of the wildness that still breathes in every shadow. The howl fades, leaving silence more profound, more soothing. Your eyes grow heavier and your thoughts slow, like leaves settling on still water. The idea of a world without electricity, once strange and unsettling, now feels like an invitation, a chance to reconnect, to listen, to rest in harmony with the earth. And as you rest here, the embers glowing faintly, the stars watching silently, you feel yourself dissolving into the night. Not lost, but found. Not forgotten, but remembered. You are safe in this timeless place. The night holds you, and dreams are waiting just beyond the veil of sleep. The journey drifts onward, like a soft tide pulling you gently deeper into rest. Now, imagine the night growing even quieter. The embers fade into darkness, leaving only the stars to guide the sky. The village has fallen completely asleep. No sound of footsteps, no voices, not even the faint crackle of flame. Only silence, vast and profound, fills the air. In this stillness, your senses sharpen. You can almost hear the grass bending in the breeze, the faint ripple of the river beyond, the soft wings of an owl gliding silently overhead. Every detail feels magnified, not loud, but present, as though the world has been distilled into its purest form. Without electricity, there is no interruption, no flicker of screens to distract, no artificial hum to drown out these subtleties. Instead, the night itself becomes your companion, a gentle teacher of patience and awareness. You realize that in this darkness, nothing is missing. Everything you need, safety, warmth, rest, is already here. Picture yourself lying on a woven mat outside, gazing at the heavens. The cool earth beneath you supports you fully, its strength steady and eternal. The stars above shine brighter than you have ever seen, so clear that the Milky Way stretches like a silver river across the sky. It is breathtaking, humbling, and yet soothing, for you know you are part of this grand design. A shooting star streaks across the night, leaving a glowing trail that fades into memory. You watch it vanish, and with it, your mind lets go of one last thought, one last worry. Each falling star seems to carry away the weight you no longer need to hold. Your body grows heavier, your breathing slower. The silence of the village wraps around you like a soft quilt. Time itself feels different, here and measured, unhurried, infinite. There is no clock ticking, no light flashing, no reminder of schedules. There is only the steady rhythm of your own body, aligned with the deep rhythm of the earth. Now let yourself surrender even further. Imagine drifting as though on a calm sea, your hammock rocking, your mat supporting you, your body floating effortlessly. The night is vast, but you are held gently within it. And in this world without electricity, there is no nightmare, no fear, only rest, only peace, only the soft embrace of the stars. The story flows on, tender as the hush between heartbeats. As you rest beneath the vast night, the dream deepens. You begin to sense how life in a world without electricity teaches a different kind of wisdom, one written in the cycles of nature, in the rising and falling of the sun, in the gentle turn of the seasons. In this imagined world, dawn holds a special meaning. It is not preceded by the blinking of alarm clocks or the hum of machines. Instead, the first light of morning slips across the horizon like a painter's brush, soft and golden. The villagers stir naturally, their bodies aligned with the rhythm of the earth. Birds begin to sing, their songs weaving through the fading shadows. But for now, it is still night, and you linger in that space just before dreams dissolve into morning. In this quiet hour, the boundary between waking and sleeping is blurred, soft like mist. It is a place of safety, where nothing is demanded of you, and all that is needed is rest. Imagine lying back and closing your eyes completely. The sounds of the night continue around youth, the whisper of the reeds, the ripple of the river, the soft sigh of wind through branches. Each sound is like a lullaby, layered one upon another, drawing you deeper into stillness. Your body feels heavy, warm, grounded. Your arms and legs loosen, your shoulders sink, your jaw relaxes. You are no longer holding anything, you are simply being, floating, resting, safe. And in this quiet space, your mind begins to dream. Perhaps you see yourself wandering down a moonlit path lined with trees. Their leaves shimmer faintly, silver in the starlight. The path leads you to a meadow where fireflies gather, glowing like tiny stars brought down to earth. They drift around you, flickering in patterns that feel both mysterious and comforting, as though they are guiding you deeper into peace. You follow them, not with effort, but with ease, letting their light draw you forward. Each step feels lighter than the last, as though gravity itself is loosening its hold. Soon, you are not walking at all. You are gliding, drifting, carried along by the gentle current of the dream. And always the night holds you. Always the silence soothes you. You are safe. The dream stretches further, tender as a lullaby woven from the threads of night. As you drift with the fireflies, the meadow opens wide before you. Tall grass sways gently, each blade brushing against its neighbor like a soft chorus of whispers. The air is cool and scented with wild flowers, lavender, night-blooming jasmine, and a sweetness that feels almost otherworldly. Every breath you take fills your chest with calm, grounding you more deeply in serenity. Above, the stars shimmer endlessly. Without the haze of artificial light, the sky is vast, alive, and impossibly clear. It feels as though you are walking within the universe itself, every constellation leaning close to greet you. You sense their age, their wisdom, their steady presence. They have been here long before lights and wires, and they will remain long after. The fireflies dance upward now, mingling with the constellations, until you can no longer tell where Earth ends and sky begins. It is all one vast expanse of light and shadow, woven together like a tapestry. You feel yourself becoming part of it, dissolving into the gentle rhythm of the cosmos. Your body continues to relax, melting into the sensation of timelessness. Imagine your hands unclenching, your brow smoothing, your breath flowing in a steady stream. Each inhale brings in peace, each exhale carries away the last remnants of tension. You are lighter, freer, softer, with every passing moment. Somewhere in the meadow, you hear the faint trickle of a hidden spring. The sound is delicate, like liquid glass spilling over smooth stones. Drawn to it, you follow the sound until you find a small pool reflecting the sky. It shimmers with starlight, as if the heavens have lowered themselves into this one quiet place, just for you. You kneel beside it, dipping your fingers into the cool water. The ripples expand outward, bending the reflection of stars, yet never breaking it. It reminds you of the truth hidden in the silence. Even when disturbed, stillness always returns. The water settles, and the stars shine clear again. As you sit by the spring, your eyelids grow heavier. Your thoughts drift slower, like leaves on gentle water. The world without electricity does not feel empty, but full of calm, of wonder, of space, to simply rest. And now, the night invites you deeper still, into the soft embrace of sleep. The night cradles you gently, as the dream carries you further. Beside the spring, the quiet deepens into something almost sacred. The pool glimmers softly, catching the silver of the stars above. You lean back, lying in the meadow's grass, and the earth beneath you feels like a cushion, steady and embracing. Every blade of grass bends around your body as if the land itself is welcoming you to rest. The breeze drifts over you, light and cool, brushing against your cheeks and carrying the fragrance of the flowers. It feels like the world is breathing with you. Inhale, exhale, exhale, matching your rhythm, guiding you into harmony. In this world without electricity, darkness does not mean isolation. Instead, it connects everything. The meadow to the stars to the spring to your own heart. You are no longer separate from the scene, you are part of it, seamlessly woven into the fabric of the night. Your mind wanders, soft and unhurried. Perhaps you imagine stories hidden in the constellations above. A hunter chasing a deer across the heavens. A goddess pouring water from a silver jar. A bird soaring endlessly with wings of light. These are not just stories, but lullabies written in the sky, reminding you that life too has its gentle patterns. Now let your body grow even heavier. Your arms rest easily at your sides. Your legs are loose, free from strain. Your chest rises and falls, steady and calm. Each breath you take deepens your sense of peace, as though the night is filling you with quiet strength. The fireflies return, hovering above you, flickering softly like little guardians of the dark. Their light is not harsh or demanding. It is gentle, tender, fading in and out like a heartbeat. You watch their glow, and soon your eyes feel too heavy to follow. They close naturally, comfortably. In the darkness behind your eyelids, the meadow remains, the pool shimmers, the fireflies glow. You carry it all with you, even as you drift further into rest. The absence of electricity has revealed a truer kind of illumination, the glow of nature, the spark of imagination, the warmth of peace. And as the night folds around you like a soft blanket, you feel yourself surrender completely. Safe, calm, and endlessly at ease. The story drifts deeper now, flowing like a calm river through your thoughts. The meadow grows quieter as though even the fireflies are beginning to rest. Their flickering slows, their glow softens, until they hover in gentle stillness above the grass. The pool of water at your side reflects only the stars, unbroken, clear, and vast. You take a slow breath in and a slow breath out. Each breath feels longer, smoother, more effortless. With every exhale, the last remnants of tension leave your body. Your shoulders sink, your hands are light, your feet loose. The world around you feels hushed, as though it is waiting for you to fall into the rhythm of sleep. Imagine now that the night itself has a voice. It does not speak in words, but in sensations. The brush of the breeze, the scent of jasmine, the low hum of crickets. Each sound, each fragrance, each shift of air whispers softly. Rest, relax. You are safe, and you listen. You allow yourself to be guided. Feel as though you are lying not just in a meadow, but in the arms of the earth itself. The soil cradles you, the stars guard you, the air soothes you. Every part of this world is here to comfort you. A soft mist begins to rise from the spring. It drifts across the meadow like a silken veil, wrapping everything in a haze of silver. The mist cools your skin, light and refreshing, and it feels like a gentle hand stroking your brow, easing you further into calm. As the mist thickens, the outlines of the world grow softer. The trees fade, the grasses blur, even the stars become hazy. You are surrounded now by a dreamlike glow, as if the night is carrying you across a threshold, from waking into dreaming. You let yourself drift with it. Your body is heavy, secure, rooted. Your mind is light, floating, carried like a feather on a current of air. You are in between, half here, half in the dream beyond, and in this in-between place, you know you are safe. The world without electricity has no sharp edges, no harsh demands. It only offers softness, stillness, and rest. The mist folds closer, and the night whispers again. Let go, drift deeper. Sleep now. The mist swirls gently, and you find yourself surrendering to its embrace. It does not hide the world around you, it transforms it. The meadow, the pool, the stars above all, seem to melt into one seamless glow. soft and dreamlike. It feels as though you are floating in a cocoon of silver light, untethered from the weight of time. Your breathing is slow, steady. Each inhale draws in calmness. Each exhale carries you deeper into peace. You notice how natural this rhythm is, how effortless it feels to let the body rest, how safe it is to simply be. The mist carries you now to a forest clearing. You do not walk, you drift, as though the earth itself moves you with gentle care. The trees rise tall and strong, their trunks dark against the glowing mist. Their leaves shimmer faintly, catching fragments of starlight that filter through the branches. The air here is cooler, scented with pine and damp earth. The sound of the spring fades, replaced by the deep, steady hush of the forest, like the earth breathing slowly, deeply, endlessly. In this clearing, a circle of stones surrounds a small fire. The flames are low and soft, glowing with an amber warmth that soothes rather than startles. You draw closer, feeling its gentle heat touch your skin, comforting and grounding. No villagers gather here. No voices break the silence. This fire is for you alone, a private place of rest. You sit beside it, the warmth sinking into your bones. And the crackling becomes a lullaby pop, each hiss another step deeper into stillness. You gaze into the flames, and soon your thoughts blur like smoke. Fire dances slowly, lazily, its movements hypnotic. Sparks drift upward, glowing briefly before fading into the mist. Each spark feels like a fragment of worry, rising and disappearing, leaving you lighter, freer. The forest watches quietly, protective and calm. The trees lean in like guardians, their shadows stretching gently across the ground. The fire glows steadily, anchoring you in peace. Your eyelids grow heavier. Your body leans closer to rest. You feel yourself melting into the earth, into the warmth, into the quiet. And the night, patient and tender, whispers once more. Sleep. Drift. Let go. The fire before you glows softly, and its light feels like a heartbeat in the clearing. Steady, calm, eternal. You lean closer, not out of need, but out of comfort. The warmth touches your skin, radiating inward, loosening every last thread of tension. Your hands rest open on your lap, your shoulders heavy, your breath flowing slowly like smoke drifting into the sky. The mist continues to swirl around the clearing, but it does not feel heavy. It feels protective, like a veil that closes off the outside world. Here, nothing can disturb you. The forest is silent, except for the rustle of leaves, the occasional call of a night bird, and the soft crackle of the fire. Each sound blends together into a single, gentle harmony, a lullaby sung by the earth itself. Imagine the flames more closely now, the way they flicker, rise, and fall. Watch them shift from amber to gold, from gold to faint blue at the base. The movement is slow, hypnotic. Each flicker feels like a guide, drawing you deeper into stillness, into ease, into rest. As you gaze, you begin to notice that the fire does not only warm your body, it warms your thoughts. Worries that once felt sharp now soften, glowing faintly before dissolving into nothing. The fire consumes them all, leaving you with only peace, only clarity, only silence. You stretch out, lying near the stones that circle the fire. The ground is cool, but steady beneath you, the warmth of the flames balancing it perfectly. You close your eyes, and even then, you can feel the glow through your eyelids, soft and reassuring. The night gathers closer. Trees sway gently, their branches bending as if they too are watching over your rest. The mist settles low, hugging the earth. Every part of this forest feels alive, yet calm, each detail existing only to cradle you into sleep. Your breath deepens, your body heavier still. You are no longer separate from this world. You are part of it, woven into its rhythm, soothed by its silence. And as the fire flickers one last time, the night's voice returns, tender and sure. Rest now, dream now. Drift into the dark where peace waits for you. The night folds itself around you like a soft blanket, tucking in every corner of your being. The stars above shimmer faintly through the mist, glimmers of light that feel far away, yet present enough to remind you that you are safe beneath their watch. The fire continues its gentle crackle, steady and low, its warmth reaching outward in waves. Each wave seems to slow your heartbeat just a little more, aligning it with the rhythm of the earth itself. Calm, steady, at ease. Imagine now that your body is sinking deeper into the ground beneath you, not heavy in a troubling way, but grounded, supported. The soil beneath your back feels cool, yet secure. The earth embraces you fully, as though it has been waiting for you to rest upon it. You belong here. You are safe here. Every sound around you is hushed, softened by the mist. A leaf falls gently, and you hear its faint landing on the forest floor. A distant owl calls once, then fades into silence again. The night is alive, but its life is calm, slow, and careful. As you drift deeper, your thoughts become fewer and farther between. Each one that arises floats like a small lantern into the air, glowing briefly before vanishing into the mist. In that stillness, a story begins to form. Not one of fear, not one of chaos, but a story of rest. It begins with the words, "Our journey tonight begins in the quietest part of the forest." You picture it now hidden deep beyond every path, past every tree, lies a meadow untouched by time. The grass sways gently, though no wind stirs it. Flowers glow faintly, shimmering like stars scattered upon the earth. This meadow is a place where no shadows follow, where the night's embrace is tender and eternal. As you imagine it, you feel your breathing deepen further, as if your lungs are breathing in that meadow's peace, that timeless stillness. The fire before you, the mist around you, the meadow within you all merge together until you cannot tell one from the other. You are the fire's warmth. You are the meadow's glow. You are the mist's silence. And so you rest, whole, complete, and calm. The silence now has a rhythm of its own, as though the night itself is breathing with you. Each inhalation carries in the coolness of the mist. Each exhalation releases what no longer needs to stay. And slowly everything begins to feel lighter, simpler, softer. In the meadow of your mind, the grass brushes gently against your fingertips. The faint glow of flowers paints your hands in pale silver, and you feel as though you are walking among stars that have chosen to rest upon the earth. Each step you take sinks gently into the soil, leaving no trace behind, as if you were always meant to walk here. Far in the distance, you hear the murmur of water. A stream flows through the meadow, winding like a ribbon of glass. Its surface reflects the stars above, so that for a moment you cannot tell if the water holds the sky or if the sky has bent down to touch the earth. You kneel beside it, cupping your hands to scoop its coolness. You do not drink. Instead, you simply let the water wash over your fingers. It slips away gently, like time itself, ungraspable, yet always present. The sound of it trickling becomes a lullaby, soft and endless. As you listen, your body seems to dissolve into that sound. Muscles slacken further. Your brow smooths. Your shoulders uncoil. You no longer carry anything, no weight, no tension, no thought. Somewhere in that calm, the fire returns to you. Not as a blaze, not as a crackle, but as an ember steady, glowing, alive within you. It warms you from the inside, just enough to remind you that even in stillness, there is a spark of life waiting. And so, the world without electricity is not empty. It is alive in a different way, live with the hum of crickets, the flow of water, the soft glow of flowers that need no wires to shine. This world speaks not in brightness and noise, but in whispers and rhythm. You find yourself smiling because you understand it now. The night holds its own kind of light, one that does not flicker, one that does not vanish when the power fails. It has always been here, waiting for you to notice. And in this noticing, your body drifts deeper, your mind quiets further, and your spirit rests more fully. The night feels endless now, stretching out like a velvet sky with no urgency, no rush, no need to be anywhere else. You are here, and here is enough. The meadow expands in your imagination. Glowing flowers sway gently, creating waves of pale light that ripple across the field. Each wave seems to move in harmony with your breath, flowing outward as you exhale, flowing inward as you inhale. It is as though the meadow itself is breathing with you, guiding you deeper into its serenity. Above, the stars shimmer more brightly, no longer distant points of light, but companions. They twinkle softly, like lanterns hung in the branches of the heavens. You feel their watchfulness, their quiet guardianship. The world without electricity is not a world without light. It is simply a world where the light comes from gentler sources, from stars and fireflies, from the moon's silver glow. In this imagined meadow, you hear the faint flutter of wings. Fireflies drift upward, small sparks dancing in the cool night air. They hover close, circling you with delicate patterns, as though weaving a cloak of light around your shoulders. Their glow is warm, but not harsh like the comforting flicker of a candle at your bedside. Each firefly's glow seems to hum a note, a vibration too soft to hear with the ears, but deep enough to feel in the chest. Together, their lights create a harmony, a song without words. That song folds into you, and your body answers, relaxing more, loosening further, melting into the meadow's embrace. Your heart slows, steady as a drum that has found its rhythm. Your breath deepens again, sinking lower into your belly. Your mind drifts between waking and dreaming, floating on the edge where both meet. In this softened state, you begin to realize something. The world without electricity is not about what has been lost. It is about what has been found. Hidden melodies, forgotten rhythms, ancient lights that have never gone out. And so, as you lie in the meadow, beneath the stars, surrounded by fireflies, you feel safe. You feel held. You feel complete. The story whispers onward, but you need not chase it. You only need to rest and let the night carry you. The meadow's embrace becomes deeper now, almost like a dream slowly unfolding within a dream. The flowers continue to glow softly, the fireflies hover in their gentle dance, and the air hums with the quiet pulse of a world that asks nothing from you but your presence. You notice the air itself feels thicker here, as though it carries a touch of sweetness. With each breath, you feel nourished, not with food or drink, but with calm. It is as if the night has become a medicine, soothing every corner of your being. The stream continues to flow nearby, its murmur a constant reassurance. Sometimes the water trickles faster, and you hear a playful splash against smooth stones. Other times it slows, moving quietly like a whispered secret. Each sound feels purposeful, each variation like a note in a lullaby written only for you. A breeze stirs, light and cool. It brushes over your skin like a gentle hand, smoothing away the last bits of tension you didn't realize you were holding. The meadow's tall grasses bend and sway, their movement almost like a bowing gesture, as though the earth itself honors your presence here. And in this moment, you understand? The nightmare of a world without electricity, isn't the darkness itself. It's the fear of not knowing what lies within it. But once you step into that darkness, you discover it is not empty. It is full of whispers, full of ancient rhythms, full of life that has always existed just beyond the glow of artificial lights. The stars above pulse softly, and you imagine them as eyes of ancestors, watching kindly, silently guiding. The moon glows brighter now, spilling silver across the meadow. Feels like a gentle lantern, one that will never burn out, one that lights only what needs to be seen. You rest here longer, feeling the lines between body and earth blur. Your hands, your breath, your heartbeat, it'll dissolve into the night's rhythm. You are no longer separate from this place. You are the meadow. You are the stream. You are the sky. Everything slows and slows again, until the silence is all there is. Silence so profound it carries you deeper than sleep. The silence is vast, but it is not empty. It is full of presence, full of softness, full of things you cannot see, but can feel all around you. Each breath you take seems to sink into that silence, joining it, becoming part of it, until you are no longer breathing alone. The meadow fades gently as if dissolving into mist, but the calm it has given you remains. You find yourself standing at the edge of a forest, the trees rising tall and still, their branches weaving together like fingers clasped in prayer. The path before you glows faintly with the silver of moonlight, enough to guide your steps, but never enough to overwhelm the shadows. You walk slowly, and each footstep makes no sound. The ground is soft, cushioned with moss and leaves that seem to welcome you. As you go deeper, the air changes cooler, thicker, carrying the scent of damp bark and wild herbs. The forest feels ancient, older than memory, and its quietness is not a lack of sound, but a harmony that holds everything together. Somewhere within, you hear the faint hoot of an owl. It's called both distant and comforting. A reminder that you are not alone, that life moves quietly in the dark. The branches above shift slightly and you notice tiny points of light. Not stars this time, but fireflies, gathered like constellations brought close to the earth. They blink on and off, each one pulsing with its own rhythm, yet together forming a pattern that feels deliberate, almost like a secret language. As you follow their glow, the forest itself seems to open. A clearing forms, circular and wide, its edges ringed by trees like silent guardians. In the center, a pool of water reflects the moon perfectly, so that when you look into it, it is as though another sky lies beneath your feet. You sit at the edge of the pool, leaning close enough to see your reflection. But it is not the reflection you expect. It is calmer, softer, bathed in light, as though the water shows not how you look, but how your spirit feels in this place. Peaceful, whole, at rest. You smile gently, knowing this reflection is truer than any mirror could show. The reflection in the pool shimmers softly, rippling as the breeze passes over the water. Each ripple carries your image outward, stretching and expanding, until it merges with the reflection of the moon itself. In that moment, it feels as though you are no longer separate from the sky. You are part of its glow, part of its infinite calm. The pool's surface smooths again, still as glass, and the forest around you seems to hold its breath. The silence deepens, but not in a way that feels empty. It is the silence of listening, of attention, of care. You sense that the forest is listening to you now, as though it understands your presence, your need for rest, your quiet surrender. You dip your hand gently into the water, and it is cool, almost silky, as it moves between your fingers. The ripples expand outward once more, and you watch them dance across the pool until they fade into stillness again. Each ripple feels like a thought released, a weight lifted, a memory softened. Slowly, the pool becomes not just water, but a mirror of your inner state, tranquil, luminous, free. The night continues around you. The owl calls again, softer this time, its voice more like a lullaby than a cry. The trees sway faintly in the breeze, their branches whispering secrets to one another. And the fireflies hover at the edges of the clearing, their small lights flickering in time with the pulse of your heart. It becomes clear that in this world without electricity, there is no need for fear. The night is not an enemy to be banished with switches and wires. It is a companion, tender and protective. It offers its own light, its own music, its own rhythm for you to follow. And as you sit there, you realize how little is truly needed to feel whole. Not bright lamps or humming machines, not endless noise or constant movement. Only this, the gentle glow of nature's lanterns, the soft hum of the forest, the quiet reflection of yourself in the water. You lean back slowly, lying on the moss at the water's edge. The ground welcomes you again, cool and steady, holding you with the same care as the meadow before. Your body grows heavier, yet lighter at the same time, grounded but floating. Sleep edges closer, gentle and irresistible. The moss beneath you feels like the softest bed woven not by human hands but by time and patience. Each thread of green cradles your body, cushioning every curve, every joint, until you can no longer tell where you end and where the earth begins. You are simply part of it now, resting in its embrace. Above, the stars seem brighter still. Without the glare of electricity, their glow feels more intimate, more personal. Each star appears to lean closer, as though watching over you, each one a guardian in the tapestry of night. Their shimmering light drifts down like silver dust, covering you in a blanket of quiet radiance. The pool beside you continues to reflect the heavens. Every now and then, a ripple moves across its surface, not from your hand this time, but perhaps from a fish beneath or a falling leaf touching the water's skin. Each ripple widens outward, echoing softly before fading back into stillness. You find yourself sinking with these ripples, feeling your thoughts drift and disperse in the same way. Your breathing slows even further, deep and steady. Inhale, cool and refreshing. Exhale, warm and releasing. The rhythm carries you like a lullaby, rocking you between wakefulness and sleep, between the story and the dream. A soft breeze curls through the clearing. It lifts strands of your hair, brushes across your cheeks, and whispers faintly in your ear. The whisper is wordless, but it feels like reassurance. You are safe, you are held, you are home. The fireflies gather closer now, their tiny lanterns floating above you like stars brought to earth. They circle slowly, their light blinking in patterns that soothe your eyes and calm your mind. You imagine they are weaving dreams for you, threads of gold and silver spun into a net that will carry you through the night. As the forest hums its eternal song, you begin to lose the sense of time altogether. There is no night or morning, no past or future, only this endless moment, tender and complete. A moment where your body rests, your mind softens, and your spirit drifts into the embrace of peace. The world without electricity no longer feels like a nightmare. It feels like the beginning of remembering what has always been here. Light, sound, rhythm, rest. And with that remembering, sleep pulls you deeper, like water carrying you gently downstream. The stream of sleep pulls you slowly, effortlessly, as though you are lying upon its surface, weightless. There is no struggle, no resistance. You float, carried by the gentle currents of night, guided by something greater than yourself, yet impossibly kind. The moss still supports you, cool and soft beneath your back, but your awareness begins to drift. You feel as though you are between two places, the clearing with its glowing pool and a dream world that is just beginning to open before you. Both overlap, like two pages of a story pressed together. In this overlapping, you hear voices, not loud, not startling, but soft and melodic, like the low hum of the earth itself. The trees seem to be singing, their leaves rustling together in a language older than memory. The song is simple, a lullaby without words, a melody that says only, rest, rest, rest. The fireflies join in, their lights blinking to the same rhythm. For a moment it feels like the entire forest has become a choir, soundless, yet resonant, weaving a cocoon of peace around you. Each pulse of light, each whisper of breeze, each ripple of water is part of this song, guiding you deeper, deeper still. Your body feels impossibly heavy now, every muscle sinking into the moss, yet your spirit feels light, lighter than ever before, as though it could lift gently upward into the stars. You are both grounded and floating at once, and the balance between the two is perfect. The reflection in the pool shifts again. When you glance at it, you no longer see yourself as you know you, but rather as something luminous, your outline glowing faintly, as though made of the same silver light as the moon. You are not separate from the night anymore. You are woven into it, part of its story, part of its song, and the forest accepts you. The stars above accept you. The night itself accepts you. You are no longer a visitor in this world without electricity. You are part of it, welcomed, cherished, understood. A final deep breath enters your lungs, slow and filling. The exhale leaves you almost entirely weightless. Your eyelids grow heavier, heavier, heavier still. Sleep hovers at the edge, waiting patiently for you to step fully into it. The weight of your eyelids grows irresistible now, as if the stars themselves have laid their gentle hands upon them. They close without effort, and with that closing, the forest around you becomes even more alive, not through sight, but through sensation. You hear the soft trickle of the pool beside you, steady and calm, like a heartbeat of the earth. You feel the moss holding you, cushioning every curve of your body. Sense the trees surrounding you, tall and unmoving, guardians that stand watch so you may rest without fear. The song of the night deepens. Crickets join in, their rhythm like tiny drums keeping perfect time. Owl's call drifts overhead, long and low, like a soft note in a lullaby. Even the breeze plays its part, rustling through the branches in a steady whisper, brushing against your skin with the tenderness of a caress. In this symphony, you find yourself sinking further inward. Your thoughts are no longer sentences or words, but gentle impressions, fading images. A flicker of moonlight here, the glow of fireflies there. Each thought rises like mist and then drifts away into the endless night. The reflection of yourself in the pool, that glowing figure of silver light, remains with you. Even with your eyes closed, you sense it. It is not just an image, but a reminder. You are luminous too. You carry within you a spark, not of electricity, not of wires or switches, but of something far older, a natural light that cannot be extinguished. You let that reminder settle deep inside, a warm ember glowing in your chest. It reassures you that even when all else fades, lamps, machines, the buzz of modern life, you remain lit from within. The night does not take away. It restores. It returns. It reminds you of what has always been yours. Your body feels as though it has melted completely into the earth now. There is no distinction between you and the moss, you and the soil, you and the air. You are not lying in the forest. You are the forest. You are part of its stillness, its rhythm, its endless, soothing night. And with that oneness comes a surrender so complete, so effortless, that you drift on the edge of dreaming. The edge of dreaming feels soft, like a curtain of silk brushing across your skin. You hover there, in the in-between, where the world of waking loosens and the world of sleep begins to take shape. There is no rush to cross, no pressure to move. You are simply carried, like a leaf floating gently on water. The sounds of the night cradle you still. Cricket's rhythm is steady, like the ticking of a clock that does not measure time but measures calm. The owl's voice echoes once more, lower, slower, as if to remind you that all creatures here move at the pace of rest. Even your breath joins the chorus, flowing in and out, so natural, so easy, so complete. The pool beside you glimmers faintly behind your closed eyes. You see it not with vision, but with inner knowing. Still surface continues to hold the stars, the moon, and your own glowing reflection. You sense those images merging now, weaving together, your light and the light of the heavens becoming one. A breeze passes across your face, cool and refreshing, like a blessing. It carries with it the faint fragrance of night flowers, blooming unseen in the shadows. Their perfume is subtle, a sweetness that fills your senses, without overwhelming them. Each inhale is another thread in the weaving of sleep, binding you closer to the dreams waiting ahead. As you drift, you imagine the fireflies still circling. Their glow is softer now, less distinct, until they become like sparks floating within you rather than outside of you. They are part of your heartbeat, your breath, your inner rhythm. You no longer watch them, you are them. The forest fades further into stillness, as though bowing away to make room for your dreams. The guardians remain, but in silence. The night holds you completely, an embrace so wide and so infinite that you do not need to hold on to anything anymore. Your body is heavy, so heavy that you could not move even if you wished to, yet your spirit is light, so light that it could drift into the sky at any moment. This balance, this contrast is perfect. It is the doorway to dreams, and so you linger, half within the story, half within sleep, knowing soon you will surrender fully. The doorway to dreams widens slowly, inviting you with a warmth that feels inevitable, natural, and kind. There is no hesitation in your steps, only a gentle drift forward, as if the current of the night carries you with ease. You no longer feel the distinction between the forest and yourself. The moss, the pool, the trees, they are all part of your being now. Each breath you take seems to move through the earth as well as your lungs, each beat of your heart echoing faintly in the rhythm of crickets and owls. You are dissolved into the fabric of the night, and in this dissolution, you are complete. A deeper silence falls, softer than anything you have ever known. This silence is not the absence of sound, but the presence of peace. It is a silence so vast that it feels like a sky within itself, stretching endlessly in all directions. In that expanse, you are free. The last remnants of thought drift away from you like feathers caught in the breeze. Each one floats upward, twirls once, and disappears into the dark velvet air. Still, they do not trouble you. They do not return. The night takes them gently, holding them far away so you may rest without weight, without burden. Within this weightless calm, you see faint glimmers, tiny sparks of light dancing at the edge of your mind. They are not fireflies now, but fragments of dreams weaving themselves together. Each spark connects to another, forming soft shapes, flowing patterns, a tapestry that grows brighter with every passing moment. These sparks do not rush, they gather patiently, waiting until your spirit is ready to step into them fully. They will become the dream that carries you through the long, dark hours, the dream that soothes, protects, and renews you. Your body is so heavy now, sinking deeper and deeper into the moss. Your limbs are warm and relaxed, your breath slow and steady, your heart calm and even. You could not move if you tried, and you do not need to. All you need to do is rest, to allow the night to hold you, as it always has. And as you surrender further, you realize that the nightmare of a world without electricity was only fear's shadow. What remains is beauty, simplicity, and a peace untouched by time. You are ready to drift fully into sleep. The sparks of dreamlight gather more closely now, shimmering like constellations that have folded themselves into the space behind your eyes. They are soft, never overwhelming, and they seem to wait patiently for you to join them, to step into their glow. You breathe once more, deeply, fully, and the air feels like it carries you further inward. With every inhale, you drift closer to the dream. With every exhale, you let go of the world outside, as though setting down a bundle you no longer need to carry. The letting go feels natural, effortless, inevitable. The forest around you has become so still, so quiet, that it feels like it has vanished into your own being. The moss beneath you, the pool beside you, the trees above, they are no longer separate places. They are all within you now, memories folding into your heart, into the gentle rhythm of your rest. The stars above glow brighter in your mind's eye. You feel them resting gently on your skin, like cool drops of light. They do not dazzle or blind, but soothe each star a reminder that even in the deepest darkness, there is always a soft glow to guide you. The moon joins them, vast and kind, its silver light a calm presence that settles in your chest, as though your very soul now shines with it. The dream begins to take shape. At first, it is only color hues of deep blue, silver, and soft gold, swirling like smoke in the still night air. Then the shapes come, flowing rivers, endless fields, skies without horizon. You sense that this dream is not just for you, but part of the great rhythm of all life. It is the song the night has always been singing, and now you are stepping fully into its melody. Your body, heavy and motionless, rests in perfect comfort. Your spirit, light and free, rises gently into the dream. There is no separation between the two, only balance, harmony, a blending that feels as though you have always belonged here. And as the dream opens, you realize that you are already asleep. Sleep has carried you softly, invisibly, into its arms. You did not notice the moment, because the night itself became the dream. Here, you are safe. Here, you are held. Here you will rest until the morning comes in perfect peace. And yet, though the dream is deep, it feels gentle enough that part of you still drifts at the edge, listening to the steady rhythm of my voice, like waves lapping against a quiet shore. My words are not commands, not demands, but currents, soft and patient, guiding you only where you already wish to go. Imagine, for a moment, that the world of waking is like a garment you have taken off for the night. Heavy fabrics of worry, rough textures of memory, seem stitched with thought. You've set that garment aside now, folded neatly and placed far away, and what remains is the soft, weightless ease of being exactly as you are. No roles, no burdens, no expectations, just you, pure and resting. The dream beneath you expands, feels endless, though never overwhelming. Fields stretch outward, shimmering with moonlit dew. Streams sing lullabies as they twist between ancient stones. The air itself hums with a tone so low and steady that it vibrates in your chest, a resonance of calm that matches the rhythm of your heartbeat. Each beat slows a little more. Each breath deepens just enough. The body knows what to do. It is the oldest rhythm, older than thought, older than memory. The night itself joins you in that rhythm. The trees sway gently to it, the stars pulse softly with it, and the moon rests in the sky like a conductor guiding the symphony of stillness. And within that stillness, there is a doorway. It's not a doorway of wood or stone, but one made of softness and light. It shimmers in front of you, not demanding to be crossed, but simply waiting. Its threshold is the boundary between here and sleep's deepest embrace. You do not need to rush. You do not need to move. With every breath, you drift closer. With every exhale, you feel yourself stepping a little more fully through. And when you cross it, there is no sound, no flash, no change to fear. It is as smooth as slipping into water, as easy as closing your eyes a little longer. You are already halfway through, already carried, already held. The night sighs around you. The stars tilt their heads in silence. You are home now, in the dream, and you will remain here, weightless, peaceful, until the gentle warmth of morning comes to wake you. As the dream carries you deeper, you notice that time itself seems to soften. The ticking of clocks, the buzzing of lights, the hum of machines, none of them exist here. They never did. Instead, the rhythm of your body and the slow unfolding of the night are the only measures that matter. And both are perfectly calm, perfectly steady. The dreamscape around you changes with ease, like mist reshaping itself in the breeze. One moment you are surrounded by endless meadows, silver grasses shimmering beneath a velvet sky. The next, you are drifting on a quiet river. Surface so still, it reflects the stars as though you are floating between two heavens, one above, one below. Every ripple of that river is the gentlest reminder you are safe. You are cared for, you are supported by something much larger than yourself. No need to paddle, no need to steer. You are carried exactly where you are meant to be. And as you float, you notice the world of electricity, its wires, its noise. Its constant flicker was only ever a fleeting dream. It dissolves here, like smoke curling into nothingness. What remains is the true night. Eternal, ancient, quiet. A night that embraces rather than overwhelms. A night that gives rather than demands. The air is cool and kind, brushing your skin like the hand of someone who has always loved you, even before you knew love's name. The river hums softly, its sound almost indistinguishable from a lullaby sung long ago. Perhaps to you, perhaps to all children who have ever sought rest. Ahead, the river curves, and you feel yourself gliding toward a gentle horizon. The stars begin to fade into the softest blues, and a new warmth flickers faintly, not harsh, not sudden just, the tender beginning of dawn. It feels distant still, but its promise is comforting. There will be a morning, there will be light. But for now, there is only this, the perfect balance of dark and quiet, of drifting and being held. The dream invites you deeper still, asking nothing of you but your presence. And so you remain suspended between worlds, your body resting heavier, your mind dissolving further, your breath a lullaby in itself. You are safe, you are whole. We're already exactly where you need to be. The river slows, as though sensing that you are ready to drift into stiller waters. Its surface becomes glass-like, smooth and infinite, reflecting not only the stars above, but the calm inside you. You can almost no longer tell the difference between the world within and the world around to mirror each. Others so completely that they feel as one. Here, time pauses. Not in a way that feels strange, but in a way that feels natural, as though time itself respects the need for your rest. There are no deadlines pressing, no interruptions waiting, only the endless permission to stay right here in this quietness as long as you wish. Imagine your body now as the earth itself, the weight of your limbs like mountains rooted deep. Your breath, like the steady waves of oceans rising and falling. Your heartbeat like the hidden fires at the earth's core constant, warm alive. Each part of you belongs to something eternal. Each part of you is stronger and calmer than you may ever fully realize. Above, the sky deepens, carrying with it the mystery of countless stars. They flicker not with urgency, but with patience, as though they've been waiting for this very moment for you to notice them, for you to rest beneath them, for you to allow their light to soothe you. And in the stillness, the absence of electricity feels not like a loss, but like a gift. No wires hum, no bulbs glare, no screens pull your attention away. The night is clean, pure, unbroken. It holds you the way the earth once held all people, long before the world grew busy with endless lights. The more you settle into that idea, the heavier your body becomes. It is not a heaviness of burden, but of release. The kind of heaviness that makes it impossible to rise not because you are trapped, but because you are perfectly content to stay where you are, perfectly safe, perfectly calm. Your mind grows softer now, as though wrapped in layers of velvet. Thoughts that once buzzed like restless fireflies have gone quiet. They no longer demand your attention. They simply drift away, leaving only the steady hush of night and the gentle warmth of my words. You are ready to sink deeper, to drift further, to let go even more. The night folds around you, softer now, as though it has noticed how deeply you are sinking into its embrace. It tucks itself closer, weaving layers of silence and warmth until every edge of your being feels rounded, soothed, complete. In the distance, faint whispers of wind brush through tall trees. Their leaves rustle like quiet conversation, but not in words only, in tones, a music too ancient to translate. The sound is gentle enough to lull you further, and steady enough to remind you, you are never alone. The earth sings always, even when the world of wires and machines falls silent. You imagine yourself lying beneath those trees, the ground soft beneath your body, the air cool across your face. Above you, the stars shimmer through the branches, not in harsh brightness, but in soft pulses that feel almost alive. You can sense their distance, vast and unreachable, and yet they feel closer than ever, like companions who have followed you into this dream. Each star is a small lantern of calm, floating in the endless night. Their glow is not meant to startle or awaken, but to comfort and guide. And as you gaze at them, something within you loosens an old knot of tension, a thread of worry, perhaps even a memory of stress. Whatever it was, it untangles now, dissolving into the vastness above. With every star you notice, you feel lighter. With every breath you take, you drift lower into comfort. The silence is no longer empty, it is full, rich, abundant. It cradles you like a lullaby without words. You realize with a soft smile inside your dreaming mind that electricity was always a substitute for this, for stars, for moonlight, for fire's glow. The world once trusted these lights, and they were enough. They are still enough. As you remember this, you feel yourself aligning with something ancient, something older than cities or machines. Your body listens, hears the call of rest, the rhythm of the night. Shoulders sink deeper, arms grow heavier, breath eases slower. Each exhale is a release. Each inhale, a renewal. You are not holding on to anything anymore. You are simply being, and being is enough. The dream river has gone still, and in its stillness, you find your own. The stillness of the river stretches on, vast and unbroken. Feels almost as if the water beneath you has become a mirror for your soul, showing you what peace looks like when it is unshaken, when it is whole. You drift without effort, supported entirely by its calm surface, as though gravity itself has grown gentler, kinder, more patient with your rest. A soft mist begins to rise around you, curling like threads of silver in the moonlight. It doesn't hide the stars above, frames them, making them glow even more tenderly. The mist wraps around you like a blanket, cool but comforting, cocooning you in its quiet hush. In the mist, you catch shapes that feel familiar. Not solid figures, not sharp outlines, but impressions, memories, perhaps, or the shadows of dreams you once had. They drift past slowly, with no urgency, no weight. Some carry the warmth of childhood laughter. Others hum with the steady strength of ancient stories passed through time. None of them linger. They simply float by, as though reminding you that everything, even memory, can be gentle when allowed to flow freely. You notice that the world without electricity is not frightening here. It is not a nightmare of loss or struggle. Instead, it is a return to softness, to connection, to the quiet rhythm that nature has always offered. Where there are no glowing bulbs, there is the glow of firelight. Where there are no machines humming, there is the song of insects and night birds. Where there are no screens shining, there are stars, millions of them, each one whispering calm. The absence of electricity has become the presence of wonder. And in that presence you find that your body grows heavier, more at ease. Your breathing slows into a pattern that feels older than thought, older than words, perhaps as old as the river itself. Every part of you is aligned with the night now. Your heart beats like a drum hidden deep in the earth. Your breath rises and falls like tides. Your mind expands like the endless sky above. And all the while, the voice you hear, my voice, drifts beside you like a companion, walking barefoot through the dream. Steady, slow, soothing, never leaving, always near. The river carries you onward. Onward, you sink deeper still. The journey carries you further, yet there is no sense of distance, only depth. It feels as though every breath draws you into a softer place, every heartbeat guiding you into a quieter rhythm. The river is no longer just water. It has become a pathway of calm, a thread of serenity that winds through the landscape of your dreams. On either side, the mist parts gently, revealing glimpses of a world untouched by noise. Fields lie open, glistening faintly with dew. Hills roll smoothly into the horizon, their curves bathed in moonlight. The trees bow slightly, their branches heavy with shadows, as though honoring your passage. Each element of this world seems to know you are here, and each welcomes you in silence. A firelight flickers in the distance, not the harsh, buzzing glow of electric lamps, but the living, breathing flame of wood and ember. You sense its warmth even before you reach it, its glow casting a circle of gold into the silver night. The fire does not call you forward. It simply waits, patient and steady, offering comfort if you choose to draw nearer. As you approach, the air carries the faint crackle of wood. That sound is gentle, rhythmic like the heartbeat of the earth itself. It settles into your chest, syncing with your breathing, reassuring you that everything is in balance. The firelight dances across the mist, scattering golden sparks that rise and vanish into the night sky, as though each one is a thought being released, dissolving before it can trouble you. Sitting by the fire, you feel its warmth seep into your body. It travels through your hands, your arms, your chest, spreading slowly, easing every muscle it touches. It is not an overwhelming heat, but a nurturing one, the kind that says, "Rest here, you are safe." The fire becomes another heartbeat beside your own, steady and constant. The night folds itself around the two of you, holding both warmth and coolness, both glow and shadow. And as you watch the flames sway, your eyelids grow heavier. Each flicker draws you closer to rest. Each crackle drifts you further into calm. It is as though the fire is whispering directly to your spirit. Let go, let go, let go. The fire's glow softens as you gaze into it, your eyes half closed, your mind drifting like smoke curling upward into the sky. The flames rise and fall with a rhythm that feels familiar, like the inhale and exhale of your own breath. You realize that you are not just watching the fire, you are becoming part of its dance, part of its calm, steady pulse. Sparks rise in little bursts, floating upward before disappearing into the mist. Each spark seems to carry with it a thought, a worry, a tension. They drift away, glowing for only a moment, before dissolving into the vastness of the night. With every spark that vanishes, you feel yourself lighter. The mind clears, the body sinks deeper, the spirit rests easier. Behind the fire, the night stretches endlessly. Our shadows ripple softly, not as threats, but as companions.
Ow.
They move like gentle silhouettes of memories, reminding you that even in darkness there is beauty. Even in absence there is presence. The warmth of the fire spreads further through your body now. It cradles your chest, eases the weight in your shoulders, travels slowly down through your arms, and pools in your hands. It drifts lower still, into your legs, your feet, until you feel as though you are glowing from within, a living ember of calm wrapped in human form. The silence deepens, and in that silence, you begin to hear subtler sounds, the distant call of a night bird, the soft rush of the river continuing on its path, the quiet hum of the earth beneath you. They layer together like a lullaby written just for this moment, just for you. And within this perfect harmony, there is nothing you must do, no place you must go, no thought you must hold. The world without electricity has revealed itself as a world of presence, a world of natural rhythm. Everything slows, everything eases, everything simply is. You feel your eyelids grow heavier still, as if each blink lasts longer than the one before. The fire's warmth lulls you into surrender. The night's quiet enfolds you into peace. You are ready now, more than ever, to drift fully into the dream's embrace. The fire whispers, rest, sleep, dream. The fire glows softer now, its flames smaller but steadier, like the last candle before deep sleep. Its light flickers across the mist, painting shadows that sway slowly, tenderly, as if rocking the night itself into slumber. You sit within its circle of warmth, cocooned in silence, your body sinking as though the earth has become a bed made just for you. Every muscle loosens further, one by one. Your face softens, jaw unclenches, forehead smooths, your shoulders release, heavy and warm, melting downward as though gravity is gently cradling you rather than pulling. Your arms rest easily, hands open, palms loose. Your legs stretch in comfort, your feet grounded, calm, but you're completely at ease. Above, the sky has shifted into deeper tones of blue, stars shimmering faintly through the mist. They no longer feel like distant lights, but like guardians, their quiet glow watching over you. You sense them whispering, not in words, but in feeling that you are protected here, that the night holds no danger, only peace. And as you listen, you realize the fire and the stars are not separate. Both are flames. One dances close to you, warm and near, while the others dance above, far yet eternal. Both remind you of the ancient comfort of light that was once all humanity ever needed. Before electricity, before wires, before screens, there was always fire. There were always stars. And they were enough. You let that thought settle in your chest like a stone in water, sending ripples of calm outward. It feels so simple, so pure, to know that what has always been is still here. To know that even stripped of every modern hum and glow, the world still offers more than enough to keep you safe, warm, and whole. The fire hums with each crackle. The stars hum with each pulse. And you hum with each breath, your body part of the same rhythm, the same endless song. Heavier now, heavier still, like a leaf resting on still water, like a stone nestled into soft earth, like a body finally surrendering to the embrace of sleep. The night whispers closer. You are safe. You are calm. You may drift. The night wraps itself tighter around you, though not in confinement, more like a blanket being tucked with care. The fire lowers into glowing embers, each one pulsing gently, like the slow, steady heartbeat of the earth itself. Their light is soft, red gold, steady as a lullaby without words. The air cools slightly, but the warmth from the embers lingers in your body. It radiates from your chest outward, filling you with a glow that seems to echo the stars. You are not separate from the night. You're part of it. Your breath rises like the mist. Your heartbeat matches the crackle. Your silence folds into the silence around you. In this world without electricity, everything feels slower, truer, more aligned with your body's natural rhythm. There are no alarms to jolt you, no screens to demand your eyes, no wires to tether you to urgency. Instead, there is only the rhythm of life itself. Breath, pulse, night, rest. You notice how deeply your body has surrendered. Limbs heavy, sinking deeper into stillness. Shoulders slack, chest soft. The small muscles of your face released, lips barely parted, jaw resting loose. It feels as though the weight of centuries has been lifted from you, leaving only this quiet moment, infinite and free. Above, the stars remain patient, eternal. They shimmer as though reflecting your own dreams beginning to unfold. Each one is like a seed of possibility, waiting to grow in the fertile soil of your sleep. You don't need to reach for them. You don't need to ask for anything. They will plant themselves in your mind, sprouting stories and visions to carry you through the night. The fire shifts, a final crackle, sending a spark skyward. It drifts up, slowly fading, joining the stars. You watch it go with no sadness, only serenity, knowing that light never truly leaves. It simply transforms. The world around you grows quieter still. Even the wind has hushed, as if pausing to let you rest fully. Even the earth beneath you feels softer, cradling you deeper, drawing you closer into its embrace. There is nothing left to do now. No need to think. No need to move. Only to be. The night leans close and murmurs, "Sleep, drift, dream." The embers glow like tiny suns, pulsing slowly as though in time with your own breath. Their warmth has seeped so deeply into you that even as the fire quiets, you remain wrapped in its comfort. Each pulse of light feels like a reminder. You are safe, you are calm, you are resting. The world without electricity is profoundly still. It is not empty, it is alive with subtleties you could never notice in the noise of machines. The whisper of the wind across grass. The slow creak of branches shifting under their own weight. The faint trickle of water winding somewhere in the distance. Each sound exists in its own rhythm, yet together they form a symphony of night that lulls you deeper into peace. Imagine that you are lying on soft earth, the ground beneath you perfectly shaped to hold your form. Soil is cool, but gentle. The grass like a cushion, each blade folding beneath you in kindness. You feel as though you could sink endlessly downward, not falling, but being absorbed into the heart of the world, safe, nurtured, cherished. Above, the stars seem closer now, as if they've leaned down to keep watch over your rest. Their glow is softer, gentler, almost like candlelight drifting in a breeze. You sense no distance between yourself and them. You're made of the same elements, born of the same fire, part of the same infinity. Their patience is your patience. Their calm is your calm. Embers sigh once more, releasing a final curl of smoke. The scent of wood lingers, earthy, warm, grounding. It carries you deeper, each breath drawing you further into rest. Your chest rises and falls as though moved by the world around you, not by effort, not by force, but by the natural tide of existence itself. Your eyelids are so heavy now, each blink slower than the last. Thoughts drift like clouds across a moonlit sky, present for only a moment, then dissolving into the vast stillness. What remains is not thought, but quiet presence. And that presence is enough. It always has been, it always will be. The night whispers softly now, almost inaudible, almost like a dream itself. Let go. Sink deeper. Drift into sleep. The night has grown so gentle now that even the smallest sound feels like part of a lullaby. It's a distant trickle of water, the soft rustle of grass, the faint sigh of wind. They are not separate noises, but threads woven into the fabric of your rest. Each one supports you, reminding you that the world is holding you tenderly as you drift. The embers dim further, fading from orange to soft red, then to the quiet glow of ash. But even as they fade, their warmth remains within you. It is as if the fire has passed its light into your body, gifting you the comfort it once offered, so you can carry it deeper into your dreams. The darkness here is not frightening. It is velvet, soft and protective, a cocoon that shields you from all worry, all thought, all weight. You sink into it the way a leaf sinks into still water slowly, peacefully, without a sound. The darkness holds you not as emptiness, but as fullness, as a presence that asks for nothing but your rest. Above, the stars shimmer with patience. Their glow is slow, steady, eternal. They do not rush, they do not fade, they simply are. And in their being they teach you how to simply be as well, without doing, without striving, without effort. Just being here and now, in rest. Your breath has grown so quiet, so calm, it feels like part of the night's rhythm. Each inhale draws in cool serenity. Each exhale releases any lingering tension. There is nothing left to hold, nothing left to carry. You are lighter now, even as your body grows heavier with sleep. The silence deepens once more. Thoughts slip further away, replaced by a soft drifting. You do not need to know where you are going, for the dream itself carries you. You are a traveler of stillness, floating through the gentle night, guided only by peace. And the deeper you go, the more you realize, this world without electricity is not a nightmare, but a gift. Return to quiet, to connection, to the natural embrace of darkness and light. The night leans close once more, whispering, "Sleep is here, and it is yours."
The night is endless now, stretching out like a blanket of calm across every thought, every breath. You lie within it as though it was made for you, its folds perfectly shaped to cradle your body, your mind, your spirit. The hush is so complete that even your own breathing feels like part of its songer's soft rhythm playing beneath the stars. The embers have cooled into ash, yet their warmth remains inside you. It lingers like a memory of comfort, reminding you that even when the flame fades, its gift endures. That glow within you spreads slowly, flowing through your chest, your arms, your hands, down your spine, into your legs, your feet. You are filled with a steady warmth, like being wrapped in invisible light. The air grows cooler, but it only deepens your rest. Each brush of wind across your skin feels like the gentle hand of the night itself, smoothing away any trace of tension. Even your thoughts now are like feathers, drifting one by one into the darkness until only silence remains. The stars above gleam faintly, not harsh or sharp, but softened as if veiled by the dream. Their presence is constant, patient, and kind. They seem to say, without words, "You are not small, are part of us. You are endless, as we are endless. And in that reminder, you feel yourself expand. The boundaries of your body blur into the night. You are not just lying beneath the sky. You are the river, the earth, the stars themselves. The world has quieted, but you remain eternal and calm, held in a rhythm that has always been. The silence grows heavier, though not in weight, but in depth. It pulls you inward, gently coaxing you further into the dream. Your body, heavy and warm, can no longer rise. Your breath, slow and deep, is the only motion that remains. The night has become a lullaby, and you are the one it cradles. Every part of you is ready now, ready to release the last thread of waking, ready to drift fully into sleep's embrace. The night whispers once more, you are safe, you are held. Dream now and rest.